Hey family, I just want to get on here real quick. I don't know who may need to hear this, but I believe that this is going to bless someone because it really blessed me and I want to share it with y'all. So the other day I released the word that the Lord gave me, and it was the word on where the Lord is saying you need to be vigilant in this hour. And he was talking about him closing doors and us reopening it. He said we all know that God closes doors that no one can open and opens doors that no one can close. And he also said, he closed the door, but we keep reopening the door. And it really puzzled me a little bit because I'm just like, I guess I started playing devil's advocate, and I'm just like, well, how come you're telling us that we're reopening doors that you close when you said that you're a God that closes doors and no one can open it? And one thing I love about God is he allows all of us to ask questions, to really be curious and seek him for higher knowledge, and he will give us those answers, right? So I was really pressing him yesterday, and I was like, no, because I really need to understand that, because I don't know why, for some reason, it just wasn't making sense to me. And I'm like, you're contradicting yourself. Are you? But I know you can't. So what does that mean? This is what he downloaded in my spirit. He says, there's a difference between a door that I control in the spirit and a door that you control with your free will. He says, I shut a door spiritually. No, I shut a spiritual door, but I don't override a soul door. Okay? Catch me. Listen. He says, I will shut the door in the spirit, but you still control the door of your soul. He says, when I say that I shut a door that no man can open and I open a door that no man can shut, I'm talking about spiritual access. He says, the spiritual permission, the spiritual season. He says, those are the doors that I shut. He says, but your soul, which is your will, your emotions, your desires, your patterns, your attachments. He said, those things still have the ability to reopen a connection that is spiritually closed. So he says, I will never violate your free will. He says, I can block spiritual access. I can block favor. I can block the assignment. I can block the enemy, but I do not block your choice. He said, there's doors that I shut in heaven that you keep opening and unlocking on earth. He said, if I remove someone from your destiny, that removal is final in heaven. But on earth, you can still text them, answer them, let them back in, or revisit that emotional life. He said, but the access spiritually is closed, but the attachment is still alive until you kill it. He said, until you come into full agreement and alignment so that it can be on earth, it can be done on earth as it is in heaven. Then he reminded me, he said, so that's why I said in that prophetic word, I need you to be stronger than the stronghold. For those of you that seen that word about being vigilant, he said, I need you to be stronger than a stronghold. He said, because what's shut in the spirit is being reopened in the soul, by the soul. He said, and then he took me to Samson. He took me to the story of Samson. He started giving me examples. He said, I shut the door on Samson's relationship with Delilah long before Samson even realized it. He said the door to Samson's destiny was already closing, but Samson kept reopening access because of attachment, desire, weakness, and familiarity. He said, I didn't force Samson to walk away. I gave him warnings, I gave him nudges, and I sent my spirit.